Holy fucking shit, people. These guys just don't quit. They just don't know how to stop. Apparently, milk is the new creamy symbol of white racial purity in Donald Trump's America. Dun dun dun. Because Liebentraum was really just this attempt to corner the dairy market. It wasn't about, anti-Semitism or, conquest and domination of the Slavs or anything like that. Nothing serious. No, no. Liebentraum was all about setting up a vast array of cow pens throughout Western Russia and Eastern Europe in general. And so eventually the Third Reich could come to dominate the milk market, and I don't know. I don't know where else to take this joke. It doesn't get any fucking dumber than this. This is the dumbest thing I've read in a long time, and I read a lot of shit these people write. I promise you, this is really setting a standard. Don't know if I'll read something even more retarded than this for a while. They might need to, take a break and get off the internet, sit back, and charge up those fucking retard muscles in their brain to produce something nearly as, though I hate to be repetitive, as retarded as milk is the new creamy symbol of white racial purity in Donald Trump's America. So let's just read through this. Why not? At the Museum of the Moving Image in New York City on a Friday night, neo-Nazis and other trolls. Okay, I'm gonna guess they were all trolls. I don't think neo-Nazis have. I mean, how many? Maybe a couple thousand in the whole country. Certainly none of them are in New York City. I'll tell you that. As someone who lives by, I can assure you we have lots of problems here in the Empire State. Neo-Nazis spontaneously deciding to crash live streams, generally not one of them. I imagine this is not some, that he didn't ask if they're neo-Nazis. Just throwing that term around. You know, no one's going to give a shit about neo-Nazis in like a few more years of this. I mean, no one. It's you can't keep yelling these terms at people and expect them to give a shit. They're not going to care. Nobody will give a fiddler's fuck about neo-Nazis. Not a single one. I guarantee you. The neo-Nazis will become so well accepted because you've literally turned everyone into a goddamn Nazi. Jesus Christ. The live stream setup had originally been established by actor Shia LaBeouf as an anti-Trump art installation. No, it wasn't an anti-Trump art installation. It was an anti-Trump, excuse me, it was an anti-Trump, cult fest where a large number of social justice cultists could not handle the fact that the candidate that they did not want to won in a perfectly fair and, by the laws in this country of how we do presidential elections. I know some people don't like the Electoral College, and they think the popular vote should be the deciding factor. That's probably a different video. I don't really have a strong opinion on the subject. I kind of like it how it is, to be honest. But I'm willing to hear, open discussion. But let's be honest, even if Hillary Clinton had won Hillary Clinton had won the Electoral College and Trump won the popular vote, um, hopefully you, dear listener, are not nearly naive enough to think they would give a, any fucks at all about, maybe we need to relook at how we do presidential elections. No, they wouldn't. It would be kind of like how California is suddenly rediscovering states' rights when it gets angry that a Republican-held federal government might not be very happy with them, letting in illegal immigrants and declaring sanctuary cities unilaterally without consulting, their own constituents or the citizens already there. They've suddenly rediscovered federalism. Um, so I hope nobody is that, stupid. This is not a sincere fucking. None of these people are fucking sincere. They're just. Well, I'll take that back. Many of them are very sincere. They're very sincere in their own stupidity. Um, but it's fucking stupidity. Ugh, I just want to rant. I hope nobody was expecting like well, thought out arguments and evidence and ooh, look at my. No, no. I just want to fucking get this off my chest. So yeah. But the project has since become a broadcast outlet for white nationalism. It's become a broadcast outlet for whoever the fuck doesn't like you. You've pissed off more than just white nationalists. Like, this is the thing that there's so many things they don't get, but this is one of the things that they don't really seem to get, is that they've enraged so many people that everyone from Dave Rubin, who's a center lefty, to, Richard Spencer, who, is about as far right as you can go, they all hate your fucking guts. Because you all keep calling them the same thing, and these are very different groups of people. So, no, white nationalists did not fucking take over the broadcast outlet. It was whoever the fuck, doesn't like you and wants to fuck with your bizarre, sick little cult mentality. And they wanted to troll you. And part of the reason they want to troll you isn't just because you suck and you've made everyone else on the political spectrum your enemy. It's also because you're so fucking sensitive. It's so hilarious to watch you call everything a neo-Nazi. I don't think you know any other words. You're like rappers who just can't stop saying the word nigga. It's like you put on a rap song, and I swear to God, it's every other fucking word is nigga. It's like you don't know any other words, do you? It's like this is your vocabulary. Like, so this is the whole vocabulary of regressives and of SJWs. Just neo-Nazi this, neo-Nazi that. Babe de babe. Amid all the tattoos of Third Reich iconography bouncing around, one thing stood out. The neo-Nazis were all drinking milk. Oh. They spat it out as they danced, letting it dribble down their chins. Milk, the longtime staple for growing children, is now the new creamy symbol of white racial purity in President Donald Trump's America. Dude, should we watch this? Fuck it. How long is it? We're not gonna. Fuck it, we're not gonna watch it. Can I skip ahead to see where they drink the milk?
435? Sorry, dude. Can you stop by your fucking cock? Listen, you may not like it, but this is peak masculinity right now. Look at this. This is the form. Let me professional for the Olympics.
They look like a bunch of fucking retards. I probably should have looked up to see like why they did this. So if you happen to know who these guys are, let me know. Maybe they really are neo-Nazis, but they just look like a bunch of retards that decided to troll you. Because it's funny. It's funny to troll people. Trolling is a long, deeply held pastime of the internet, and wanking fuckwits like you, Jack Smith, who don't get the humor, it's just not your thing, you're not going to ruin it. You're not going to take away trolling from the internet. It's too important to the internet. It's too ingrained in how people communicate online. You're not getting rid of it. So fucking get a thicker skin, Jack, and fucking deal with it. Jack the Fourth. Okay. So the last time you saw a Nazi chugging down a glass of cool white milk, it was likely Christoph Waltz's character in Inglourious Bastards. So how did milk become a symbol of white pride? Oh my fucking God. Holy fucking shit. Christopher Waltz Now, I've never seen Inglourious Bastards. I know what it's generally about. It's like some sort of, spoof. It's like a World War II spoof movie. But it's... you just have a fucking scene of, like, the guy drinking milk. That's your evidence that this is now a wide held, value among white nationalists and I don't know, white supremacists or whatever. I don't think I've ever actually met a white supremacist. I guess some people on anonymously, but you can never quite tell if they're serious or not. Anyway, I digress. So your evidence is that we might have seen, this character drinking milk. Well, I didn't see the movie, so somebody let me know. But did Christoph Waltz's character mention that at all? That milk was, the symbol of the Nazi, ideology? Maybe he's drinking milk because it's like juxtaposed with the fact that he's a Nazi. Milk is kind of like this. It's something you drink when you're a kid. Well, most people drink when they're a kid. So it's kind of like this. It's really like, vanilla, if you will, food item. And a Nazi's drinking it. So it just kind of looks funny. It's a Nazi who's like, worst of the worst, the caricature of everyone's worst imaginations, drinking milk. It's juxtaposition, something extreme doing something normal, and it's humorous. I'm gonna imagine it's that. Never seen the movie, don't know for sure. Maybe they had a long fucking screed about how milk is, the way you get out the, I don't know, mongoloid genes in your body, something like that. I kind of doubt it, though. I really kind of doubt it. Milk has shown up as a trope across all sorts of media dealing with Nazis, and yet you only name one. So, can you give us any other examples? Probably not. Any other examples? I don't see any other examples. All right, yeah, lost my train of thought. Some white supremacists think white ethnic identity has a geographic historical correlation with the body's tolerance for milk, specifically the production of lactase enzymes that allows humans to break down lactose. Well, here's the funny thing about that. So I was reading this article, and this is actually why I wanted to do this video. So I had to rant. Here's this guy who's like accidentally like acknowledging human biodiversity. I mean, if groups of human beings develop tolerances for different food items due to their, due to their due to the region and the kinds of substance they were going to be able to acquire for themselves. So what, you think there were no other differences? Maybe there's something to this. You're just gonna throw out these hate facts at me. You're telling me that the races aren't all exactly the same, huh? Huh, Mr. Smith. Are you a Nazi too, Mr. Smith? Maybe this is all just one big deflection. So you don't have to, be outed as the horrible, horrible Nazi that you really are for daring to suggest that maybe human beings are subject to the rules and laws of evolution. Oh, hate facts. On 4chan, the internet's hate speech hit factory. There's more to 4chan than just poll. These people know that, right? Like, it's more than just fucking poll. The hacker known as 4chan. Like, oh my god. These people have this fucking weird obsession with 4chan. And 4chan's like, it's influential, don't get me wrong. There's people who are very dedicated. But it's not a fucking this hate speech hit factory. Like, it's not dominated by like neo-Nazi, white supremacist sympathizers. Everyone is on 4chan. There's fucking communists on 4chan. I've never heard anyone accuse 4chan of being like the internet's, seize the means of production hit factory. I don't know. I lost the thread. But it's not just, really far right guys on 4chan. I'm so fucking sick of this shit. It's like every ideology you can think of is basically represented on 4chan. It's just that the ones that don't have the kind of public acceptance that other ideologies have, like, fascism or communism. Well, I don't know about communism nowadays. That one's pretty popular with the kids. They're in higher percentages on 4chan because they can't really, talk about their ideas, whatever merit you, dear listener, might give to them. They can't talk about them in public, so they need to talk about them anonymously. And they can't talk about them in public because fucks like Jack Smith will just slur them and label them to the point where nobody will possibly take them seriously. So they have to fucking stay anonymous. It's not that hard to figure out. Jesus. On 4chan, the internet's hate speech hit factory, one anonymous poster laid this thesis out using the following graphic from a study in Nature showing hotspots where certain populations have higher milk tolerances. Fucking hate facts, man. You're telling me the races aren't all the same. Are you telling me there's differences? Nazi sympathizer. This is all just one big, attempt to mirror away any attention to Jack Smith's horrible Nazi fascist beliefs. The discussion thread also contained references to seemingly benign academic studies of lactose tolerance in a Slavic population, conversations about whether modern industry has tainted the purity of milk, and several milk-based poems about white pride. What milk-based poems about white pride? You didn't even share them? Why would you not share them? God. Listen, if someone needs to make a milk-based poem about, their racial identity, then I don't think they're a particularly, of significant importance. If it's going that low to make milk-based poems. Okay, let's. Oh yeah. Oh, this is oh fuck, the poem. Yeah, 4 lines. Oh my god. Like, does Jack Smith actually fucking think that these people are sincere when they write roses are red, Barack is half black? If you can't drink milk, you have to go back. Like, do you really think that's sincere? Really? Like, that's a joke. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's a fucking joke. Humor, not not approved by social justice. All right, it's a picture of them drinking milk. Why is that map so much better than usual? Milk make man big and strong. Go mad today? There are numerous threads where white supremacy claims milk drinking as a new staple. Okay. Oh my god. It's like they yell white supremacy. People don't actually take the time to read these posts. And they label things white supremacy without just reading them. Let's go back over this again, kids. Roses are red. Barack is half black. If you can't drink milk, you have to go back. One, that's a fucking joke. Excuse me, a fucking joke. Listening to much British comedy right now. I think it's come through sometimes in this video, but it's a fucking joke. Two, it's not it's not like supremacist. He's not saying people are like better. I guess he sort of is implying that, but it's just like, why would you kind of peel deeply into this? Because it's just a fucking humor. There's nothing behind this. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's just okay. How is this, white supremacy? Because what, they're like Sig. They're not Sig Heiling, are they? No, they're not. They're just lifting their fucking cups of milk into the air. Like saluting each other, I guess. I assume they are. Maybe I'm not gonna fuck the video. This is all retarded. This is not worth serious consideration. No, it's not. Why is that map so much better than usual? What's that guy like? Is, RYHK something? Is he a white supremacist because he's commenting on the map? What? Milk make man big and strong. Go mad today. I don't really know what go mad means. So not sure about that. Maybe that's a white supremacist saying. I'm getting so fucking sick of that phrase. White supremacist. So like, this is what they constantly do. Like they slam to something white supremacy, and then you slow down and read it, and it's like, okay, so you have a poem, a joke, a picture of some guys saluting each other, I'm guessing with milk. Can I like zoom in at all? Maybe? I'm not sure. Whatever. Some guy commenting on the map from nature.com, which is obviously, sponsored by Russian hackers. Let's be realistic here. And none of this is white supremacy. None of this. You're just a fucking loser, Jack. You're a loser, man. Jesus Christ. When the brigade of trolls at the LaBeouf installation were accused on camera of racism by Paperboy Prince, a famous Washington Wizards fan, okay, probably not his government name, an entertainer who's been the top target of 4chan derision, they claimed it was actually a stance against the quote-unquote vegan agenda. They don't understand jokes. This whole article is just fucking jokes. It's like, Jack, covering technology and inequality. Like, you're not, Jack, alright, I'm gonna be realistic with you, mate. Okay, I don't think you had a very great childhood. I think you must have been really sheltered. Yeah, I don't think you were allowed outside. Because only someone who's had no contact with other human beings could possibly be so fucking stupid to not understand. Oh man, excuse me, my throat's getting a little dry. My bad. Yeah, Jack, like only someone who has no contact with any other human beings could possibly understand, or possibly think, rather, that this is serious. Only someone who doesn't understand people. Like, I think you're autistic, Jack. I think you need to work something out, Jack. You're you're kind of you're not in reality, you know, let me say that. You're not in the real world. I think you need to sit down and, you know, really analyze, you know, I'm supposed to be a writer, but I can't tell humor from, you know, serious discussion. You can't tell the distinction. So it's the last time I'm gonna mention your name, Jack. I wish you the best. But you really suck at your job. Honestly, you suck at your job, Jack. So Godspeed to you. Judging from the eugenicist rhetoric online across hate speech communities like 4chan and 8chan, it appears that the vegan agenda is a potential proxy term for conspiracy theories about a globalist Jewish agenda. That's why they're trolling you, because they're being so ridiculous that like you take them seriously. Oh my God, the vegan agenda is, you know, Jews created, you know, vegetables to like pollute the white race or something. Like, I'm pretty sure that they could say that and you'd still take them seriously. Like, you'd still think that, you know, people really believe that Jews created vegetables to, you know, I don't know, poison the Neanderthal roots of the white race or some shit like that. Because that's how fucking dumb you are. You would believe that. No doubt in my mind. But given the sheer mass of alt-right accounts, okay, alt-right and neo-Nazi, not the fucking same. I'm not even someone who really is, I'm not part of the alt-right, nor neo-Nazi for that matter. But they're not the fucking same. They're not synonymous with each other. At all. Like, get it through your fucking heads. Ugh. But given the sheer mass of alt-right accounts spewing out calls of down with the vegan agenda, it could refer to any number of right-wing targets. Ugh. Holy fuck. It's like the king of autistic fuckwits. You know, what's his name? Jack Smith? Jack Smith the Fourth. He's the king of all autistic fuckwits. You could never take this seriously. But given the sheer mass of, the whole milk chugging anti-vegan narrative is complicated by a number of factors, not least of which being that Adolf Hitler was possibly vegetarian for a short time, or there are many places in Africa where milk is a dietary staple. Did you try to zing the trolls? You really tried to zing the you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me, if you guys remember back in the campaign when Trump made a comment about how Hillary Clinton bleached all of her emails, and some stupid fucking journalist, don't remember where he was writing, but he said something like, oh, that Trump, he's a fucking idiot. She didn't bleach her emails. She used BleachBit. And he pointed this out like he was making Trump look like the idiot. And this is not a zing, Jack. You just made yourself look fucking retarded, Jack. You know, you need help, man. You don't understand humor. You should just get off the internet because it's clearly not your thing. Then again, racial white purity is a fragile pseudoscience, so trying to find sound explanations is tolerable anyway. Pseudoscience, you're the one who's, you know, saying that the races are different. You know, you're the one who's promoting, you know, hate facts about human biodiversity, Jack. You know, you're the real Nazi here. I'm going back to my earlier thesis. This is all just, you know, big deflection from the fact that, you know, Jack Smith is he's really the one who's, you know, jacking off to a picture of the swastika in the middle of the night. Because he's the one who's promoting these hate facts about human biodiversity. I mean, come on, Jack. So yeah, this went a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a quick 2-minute video. Yeah, I just wanted to get this out of my fucking system. I know this probably wasn't very insightful, but just, you know, it's my fucking channel. You know, just want to throw up useless shit like that, I will. Peace out, everyone. Take care.